Well, the funny thing is, I don't have 30,000 either to put in a house. After the first house, that was the last time we ever put money into it. Ever put money into buying a house was the very first house we bought, because we realized that the more houses we want to buy, we can't keep up with our current bank accounts to then continue to put money in. So that forced us to learn a creative way to get into houses via creative financing, or raising equity, or raising debt. And those are three different things that I just spoke about. So the seller finance is where the seller carries the mortgage or the note for you. Most of the time that works well when the seller doesn't owe anything, or the seller doesn't need all the money up front. And so what I say in that is, hey seller, typically we work with people who don't need all the money on day one, but instead they want the most net out of the sale. And so if I can kind of frame that conversation in that manner, then I can walk them down the path to seller finance. And so for the debt side is, if you have a private lender, you don't need money up front, because we're getting lent 100% of the financing. You just need a good deal to bring to the table, and a good deal is going to be something where you can still maintain your spread after you do the renovation. And so the houses that we purchase, they need work done to them, and anywhere between 20 or 30,000, that's floors, paint, kitchen, bath, maybe the roof or something. And so you're adding value to that house to improve its current condition and value, to where you can take it back to the bank and refinance that principal out. So we have a few private lenders that we work with, and it's a good deal for them, it's a good deal for us. They're lending their money on a secured asset that's under market value and that's insured, okay? And we're getting money lent to us with nothing out of our pocket. And so the very first flip we did, we're like, oh, we just created $40,000 of net profit out of thin air. And we're like, how do we keep doing more of this? We didn't put any money in. Now, the money that we put in was 5 years ago when we bought the course for $16,000 that got us going. So you talk about paying to play. At some point you're gonna pay, whether it's your time or money, and you can pay with both. We wanted the fast track, so we paid with money and time, and got to the point to where we can have different, we built up different skill sets now to where we can monetize in other areas.